And yay! That was just an awesome round of poetry, you guys, for this session of Poetic License. And that means I'm going to start on another round, and thank you for waiting with us, Trace. I know that you need to eat something more before you go, but thank you for being here. But I wanted to share with you two really short poems from the brand new issue of Down the Dirt magazine, which is the August 22 issue that is titled My Name is Equality. And this is a proof copy of it. You cannot see that it says Down in the Dirt because the type is just the wrong color. And so I had to get a live copy of it to see it, and then people bought it anyway. And I'm like, well, those idiots, they got to pay extra for copies that don't look as good. Oops, which is like what mine looks like right now. But I was going to share with you two really short ones. Like Tom would know that if there was room at the end of prose, I would put in a really short poem like a Twitter-length periodic table poem. They're in a book as well, but I'm just reading two of them from here. This first one is titled Zinc as Philosophers Will Zinc. Alchemists once burned zinc from the air to get puffs of philosopher's wool, and this white snow stopped wood from catching fire. What? This is a weird little thing that I hear from that one. And I see new people coming in. Stephen Brilliant, nice to see you for that one. The next one I wanted to share with you actually has an image with it as well, and it's fermium. Fermium, number 100, is bad and good. It's really impossible to see, so I might try to show you a higher res image of it than what's in here. This is fermium, number 100 in the periodic table. Named for the maker of the first nuclear reactor. Fermium's first made in 1952 by a thermonuclear explosion in the Pacific and was classified in the Cold War. So, sure, bombs are bad, but 100s all show the element with alpha particles used in radiotherapy for cancer. So, it's bad and good? And I think people, and I have that image there that I show you, but I also try to pull it in color. But I have a cool color image of this bomb going off for fermium. I know it's tough to see, but you can find it. If you look for the issue online, you can be able to see this in color as well. Fermium, bad and good, and that's the periodic table poem from that one. But I thought then I would share with you one, maybe two, what the hell, why not? I feel like it, that are post-Roe v. Wade poems. This first one is titled Xing Out Lives. A male misogynistic coworker, and I'll make the money while she raises my kids in my house kind of guy, knew a woman from out of state in a really abusive relationship after she discovered she was pregnant from a boyfriend who terrified her, refusing to wear a condom, who would say that she's stupid enough to get pregnant. She had to terminate the pregnancy before the boyfriend found out. So this male misogynistic coworker asked if she could stay at our place for a few days while recovering. Of course she could, and of course we would. We welcomed her, gave her whatever space she needed to physically and mentally recover. It broke our heart when she felt bad that she bled. Don't worry about that, worry about you. And it broke my heart that me, the stranger, couldn't just wrap my arms around her and tell her everything would be okay. But the one thing we did notice about our male misogynistic coworker is that after he helped her, after he saw what being a male misogynist could do, how it could break a human being so, he began to understand the potential error of his ways. He was changed, and I'm woe to say it only came after seeing the culmination of Xing Out Lives that changed him. Whose life is worth Xing out? People ask, and this is the balancing act we all perform. For this one man, maybe the true fear of one woman, her fear of being X'd out by man, meant it was necessary for her to X out something before it became alive. Karma works in funny ways, where one woman is almost destroyed so a man could see salvation. You've heard the references before. A butterfly flaps its wings in Tibet and a rainforest burns in Brazil. Or after a woman is raped, she learns to make life better for all women. Maybe I saw that here in my no longer misogynistic man, for him to see the light, as it were, and truly understand which lives are really worth saving. That was Xing out lives. And I said something about it, thank you. And I said something about a goth girl reference, and I will bring that one up in here. I hope you guys like it. This was queuing as defeatists, but fighting for freedom. I don't know why I keep doing it. I don't know what I'm hoping to find. Wait, I do know what I'm looking for. I just didn't think it'd be so impossible to find. Since the overturning of Roe v. Wade, something that's been a part of my whole life, I've been looking for change, checking the news, hoping. So, after searching the news, I see that France and Israel have chosen to strengthen their abortion rights for women after the U.S.'s overturning of Roe v. Wade. And I know I love Brie Caprice sandwiches sitting at a Paris cafe, looking out onto the street at the passersby. But I know how quickly they were conquered by Nazis in World War II. I've seen video footage of Hitler touring the then conquered Paris. So after all these years, it's good to see France being so quick to support women's rights. Merci beaucoup. And no, I'm no French girl, and no, I'm no Gal Gadot Israeli overcoming against all. Even though each and every one of us is a Wonder Woman, I still feel like the ever-repressed goth girl, shunted from her soul, shunted from what's right. I know this goth girl may be a defeatist at heart, for when we've seen the evil of the world in an early age, we can only feign optimism for the minions. But when something so cruel is done, even us goth girls want to fight. I suppose our only choice becomes fighting in any way we know how to make sure the world knows that these select southern states, United States, shouldn't have the right to steal liberty and freedom from most, so we must now look for any way to fight. Somehow, anyhow, whichever way, how, to regain our once and future rights. The end. That's enough for me for my reading and on that round, and thank you very much. And the first two ones, you know, you just heard a little bit of poetry, but it was from My Name is Equality. My Name is Equality. It's really hard to see this cover, ladies and gentlemen, but that was what those first ones were from. Steve, hi, I'm going to add you to the list. It's nice to see you and that you join us. But as I look at the list to start the round again, of course, Mr. Zoom host extraordinaire John F. McMullen is the first on the list, and then Michael Sindler will be following him. So, John, my darling, are you ready?